Have you ever set your alarm for 5 a.m. with big plans only to hit snooze and wake up at 8 feeling guilty? Maybe you've read that successful people wake up early. Maybe you've tried it yourself once, twice, maybe 10 times, but you always go back to old habits. You tell yourself, I'm just not a morning person. I need my sleep. But what if I told you that the first hour of your day holds the power to change your entire life? What if one man's story could prove that your destiny is decided before the sun rises? This is the story of a man who had nothing until 5 a.m. became his secret weapon. Stay with me until the end because this might be the wake-up call you've been waiting for. In a small industrial town where factories hum day and night, there lived a 32-year-old man named Thompson. Thompson worked as a night security guard at a textile warehouse. Every evening at 8 p.m., he arrived at the gate. Every morning at 6 a.m., exhausted and drained, he went home to sleep. His salary was barely enough. He lived in a tiny one-room apartment with a broken fan, a mattress on the floor, and a single light bulb that flickered when the power was low. His clothes were old. His shoes had holes. But more than physical poverty, Thompson suffered from something deeper. He felt trapped. Every morning as he walked home past the sleeping town, he saw other people's lives through their windows, families having breakfast together, children preparing for school, men in clean shirts heading to office jobs. And Thompson would think, will this be my life forever? Walking home while everyone else is waking up to their dreams. He had tried to change. He applied for better jobs, but with only a high school education, every door closed. He wanted to learn new skills, but after working all night, he was too tired to do anything except sleep. His mother, who lived in the countryside, would call him once a week. Thompson, my son, when will your life get better? I'm getting old. I want to see you succeed before I die. Thompson would force cheerfulness into his voice. Soon, Mama. Soon. I'm working on it. But he wasn't because he didn't know how. The truth that haunted him most was this: he wasn't lazy. He worked hard every night, walking miles, staying alert, doing his duty. But hard work alone wasn't changing anything. He was working hard in a life that was going nowhere. Every morning as he collapsed into bed around 7 a.m., sleeping until 4 p.m., he felt like he was living backwards. The world moved forward while he slept through it. One thought kept returning like a whisper he couldn't ignore: there has to be another way. But what? One cold Tuesday morning in November, Thompson's phone rang just as he was leaving work. It was his sister. Thompson, you need to come home. Mama collapsed. She's in the hospital. His heart stopped. He took the first bus to his village, a 3-hour journey that felt like forever. When he arrived at the small rural clinic, his mother was in bed, weak but conscious. The doctor said she had fainted from exhaustion and stress. She needed rest, better food, and medicine they couldn't afford. His mother held his hand, her voice barely a whisper. Thompson, I don't have much time left. Please, my son, don't waste your life like I wasted mine. Find a way. Promise me. Something inside him cracked. Not with sadness. With rage. It was 5 a.m. The village was still asleep. And in that quiet dawn, Thompson made a decision. No more. I won't live like this anymore. I don't care what it takes. I will find a way. On the bus ride back to town, he noticed a man in his 50s, well-dressed, reading peacefully. Thompson recognized him. Mr. Chris, a successful businessman who owned several shops in town. What shocked Thompson was the time. It was 6 a.m. A successful man traveling on a regular bus at dawn. Thompson gathered his courage. "Excuse me, sir. Why are you on this early bus?" Mr. Chris smiled. "Because I wake at 4:30 every morning. I use this time to read, think, and plan my day before the world wakes up." "You work nights?" Mr. Chris asked after studying his tired face. "Yes. Security guard." Mr. Chris nodded. "So you're awake when the world sleeps and asleep when the world works. No wonder you're stuck." He leaned forward. "The hours between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m., those are magic hours. That's when you can build the life you want while everyone else is still dreaming." Hope stirred inside Thompson. Mr. Chris wrote his number on a card. "If you're serious about changing your life, call me. I'll show you what to do with those morning hours. But it requires discipline." The next morning at 5 a.m., Thompson's alarm screamed. His body protested. His mind whispered, "Just one more hour." But he remembered his mother's face. Mr. Chris's challenge. He stood up. The first week was agony. Thompson dragged himself awake each morning, watching free Excel tutorials at 5 a.m., working for 30 minutes at 6 a.m., studying accounting, repeating the cycle. Day 20, something changed. He woke before his alarm. He felt ready. By month 2, Thompson had completed 3 online courses. He lost weight. His confidence grew. People at work noticed. In the 3rd month, Thompson built a simple inventory spreadsheet for the warehouse. His supervisor was impressed. Word reached management. On day 87 of his 5 a.m. journey, Thompson was called into the office. "We're expanding our accounting department. The job is yours if you want it. Day shift. Double salary." 3 months earlier, he was a night guard. Now he was stepping into an office role. That evening, Thompson called Mr. Chris. "I did it. 90 days. I never missed 5 a.m. And I got promoted." Mr. Chris replied calmly, "Good. Now don't stop. That's not a strategy. That's your identity." 1 year later, Thompson had become the company's lead accountant. He moved his mother to town. He secured better health care for her. He upgraded his living situation. Every morning at 5 a.m., he still woke, not because he had to, but because those 2 hours were sacred. When coworkers asked why he still woke up early, Thompson would say, "Success is not a destination. It's a daily practice. And mine begins at 5 a.m. My friend, Thompson's story proves something powerful. Your life can change. Not someday. Starting tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Between 5 o'clock and 7 a.m., the world is quiet. No notifications. No distractions. Your mind is fresh. This is when you build a version of yourself that others will meet later in the day. So here's your challenge. Set your alarm for exactly 5 a.m. Choose one skill. Commit for 90 days. Protect your 9 p.m. bedtime. If you do this consistently, your life will not look the same in 3 months. Maybe not instantly rich. Maybe not instantly promoted. But stronger. Sharper. More disciplined. And that person can achieve anything. Thompson had nothing. No degree. No connections. No money. just a decision. You have more than he had. So tomorrow at 5 a.m., will you be awake? Your future self is waiting. Don't make them wait.